At some point in our lives, we were all kids, and one of the biggest things that our parents tell us is to, well,
eat your fruits and vegetables.
So today I figured, man, how could I make a tier list out of that? And decided that I'm gonna do a fruits tier list. Before we get started though, hit that like and subscribe button. Maybe even hit that notification bell because we all know you want to know when my videos are, right?
What is that?
Brother,
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and hop into this real quick. Hey guys, Editor Me here. So this bozo, yeah, you can go ahead and laugh at him in the comments, forgot to finish the intro, so I'm just gonna do it for him. Let's go right ahead and hop right back into this tier list. Man, I really hope I remember to do that next time. Alrighty, so here we are at the tier list screen. We all know the drill. We got the red tier is my favorite fruits and fruits that I would eat in a heartbeat. Whereas the green tier is buns, and it's pretty self-explanatory. There are some fruits that just deserve to be down here and nowhere else, and we're gonna find out what those are in a second. So first on the list is the apple, and the apple is the most mid selection on here. And it's not because necessarily it's a bad fruit. It's just like when I think of fruits, I think of apples. And that's just like, I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one. Maybe I'm the only person who thinks about that.
yeah.
But I don't know. Apples just are mid. Like they're not good. They're not bad. They're just mid. I don't know. I don't really have anything else to explain for this. But I just think they're mediocre. I don't know. Maybe it's a hot take, but yeah. Bananas. Next one. Now, all right. Before you all make jokes in the comments, hear me out. I think bananas are also just as mid. Bananas are not something I would willingly eat, if that makes sense. I mean, if it was like an only option and whatnot, or if I really needed one, I would eat it. It's not something I would go out of my way to enjoy per se, but I don't know. Bananas, I've never really liked them that much. Judy doesn't like bananas. You're supposed to like Come on, guys. Come on. Come on. Show some maturity here. Come on. I know y'all are laughing at me. Oh, you don't like bananas. Come on. Anyways, blueberries. I love blueberries. Love me some blueberries. Doesn't matter what, where, when, how, why, what. I love some blueberries. It doesn't matter what they're in. It could be in a smoothie. It could be by themselves. It could be in a fruit salad, anything. Blueberries are just peak. Absolute peak. I remember there was a period in time where all I could eat was blueberries as a fruit option for dinner. Not even just dinner, just a period. Like, blueberries are just peak. Blueberries and yogurt, I've been having almost every morning recently. I mean, let's just be real. Blueberries are amazing. Blueberries might hold the top spot on this list, if I'm being completely honest. It might, but, you won't know until later. Foreshadowing. Ooh. Alright, next we got cantaloupe. And cantaloupe will be our first entry in the buns tier. Cantaloupe is disgusting. Disgusting. Gross. Icky. Blech. Gross. Cantaloupe is so nasty. Have you looked at a cantaloupe? It's just like this yellow thing with all these like nasty seeds and crap. Gross. This yellow orange it looks like, who in their like mind goes out into the wilderness and looks at this big round like hairy thing and just wants to crack that open and have a slice? Like, that's disgusting. Gross. It tastes like that too. Those things, disgusting. No, those are not fun. Grapes, however, on a slightly more happy note, are A tier because grapes are awesome. Now, the reason they're not S tier is there are some grape artificial flavors that are not the greatest. I don't remember them off the top of my head, but they're not the greatest ever. However, there are some that are good, and they are good by themselves, as well as in smoothies, or sometimes you can put them in yogurt, but usually it's smoothies. You freeze them for a while, and you throw them in a smoothie, and man, you got yourself a good smoothie. I won't lie. Same thing with blueberries. I think if a fruit is versatile enough to be just as good in its base form, for lack of a better word, as it is in like something else, I feel like that's a pretty solid A-tier choice. A-tier and above choice. I don't know. Grapes are pretty delicious. I won't lie. Grapes are awesome. Now, kiwis, on the other hand, are also pretty buns. I do not like kiwis. They're in the same boat as cantaloupes. This hairy fruit that just tastes like mud and like it just tastes mucky. Like, I don't know if that's a weird way to describe a fruit, but it just tastes mucky. Like if you eat a kiwi, it just feels. I feel like I'm biting into like dirt or like mud. Like, ugh, mud with like extra flavors in it. Ugh, just gross. No. These two just. I don't see the appeal to these at all in the slightest. Like, they're just gross. Oranges are an interesting one because I really like oranges, sort of. And the reason I have the sort of is like they're really obviously the whole appeal behind them is they can be a little, I don't know if the word's like sour, but I just think like, I don't know, like the only thing that's like keeping it from like putting it lower for me is you ever play a sport and whatnot, and after you're done playing the sport where you got the mom that brings the orange slices. I mean, let's just be real. Like, orange slices after a game like that was one of the most peak things ever. Like playing t-ball, and you just go out and you work yourself up, and you're swinging at the bat and just like catching out on the field and stuff, and coming back and getting a nice cold orange slice. Woo! Dude, absolute peak. However, aside from that, I wouldn't really find myself eating oranges really willingly, if that makes sense. Obviously, I would have orange juice and stuff in the mornings for breakfast sometimes, but even then, it's just kind of like, I don't know. Would I really want to eat this all the time? I don't know. It's just not, I don't really have like any crazy feelings about it, if that makes sense. Peaches are our next S tier / favorite tier entrance, because peaches are amazing. And I don't know, there's just, you can make the same argument, well, Jonah, they have hairy stuff in there too. But see, the difference is it doesn't taste like dirt. And I love peaches. Every year, like, my family would be driving or whatever for a road trip to go see our grandparents, and there would be like these little shacks on the stuff, and like the, what's it called, shacks in like the woods and stuff, and they would have like produce and stuff like being sold there, and it was always the most delicious thing ever. Those fresh peaches that are just in season, oh, they're so good. And like, even if they're not, I am so unpicky when it comes to peaches. They're just really good. Obviously, those ones are better, but they're so good, so good. And I think there's no other place I can put these, like, without my parents getting mad at me for lying, because lying is bad. And they would be like, Jonah, why'd you put peaches anywhere lower than A? And also, I got a lot of flack for putting Chipotle in A tier, so I'm trying to make sure my stuff is pretty refined. Pears are probably first C tier. I don't think they're like buns, but I don't know, pears, I don't like the texture. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really like the texture. And I don't know, maybe that's weird, but I just don't really like the texture of them. They're just kind of like, it's like weird, because it's like, it's almost dry, but it's not at the same time. It's such a weird taste. I just don't really like it at all. Pineapple. Now, this is the one I've been looking forward to the most. Pineapple is our number one spot. You can't change my mind. There's nothing else that will... Well, that's not true. There's something that will come close, but I think pineapple is just the best. Picture this. You're in Hawaii, right? And you touch down, right? I don't know. You go to a produce shop down there or something, and you buy yourself a nice pineapple. Hawaiian pineapples, like pineapples specifically from one of the Hawaiian Islands. are diabolically good. They are so delicious. Those things are juicy, have a great texture. They taste amazing. I mean, there's just nothing. It checks off literally every box. Like, it's just so good. So good. And every time I get the opportunity to have one of those, I'm just like, man, dude, like, God is good. Thank you for creating pineapples, because they're so good. And, you know, obviously, along with pineapples, there's Dole Whip, which is like a pineapple ice cream, and so good, so good, so good. I could ramble on about it for hours. Literally so good. Next one, we're gonna do watermelon next, and yeah, go ahead and get your laughs out in the comments. But I do not think watermelon is very good.
You serious?
Watermelon, I don't know. They definitely put the water in melon, but it just tastes like cantaloupe, but extra like drenched in what water juice, whatever you would call it. It's gross. I don't really like it. However, the reason it's not in buns is watermelon, artificial watermelon, which maybe, I don't know, maybe this is a little biased, but watermelon flavoring and whatnot in things typically is pretty good. So I'll give it that. But outside of that, no, I would not eat a watermelon. And last but not least, well, second to last but not least, is strawberries. And strawberries will be also going in the favorite tier. Strawberries are great. I grew up with these. I went through that phase where my mom would cut the stems off, and then I had to learn that you got to eat the fruit without eating the stem and that whole thing. I just grew up with them. They're a very, very good fruit. I still eat them today. Great fruit. I think it's a great place to end off for this video. I just think strawberries are just so delicious, so sweet, so like, I don't know. It's so good. Like all these four up here are just so good. Like I don't know how else to explain it. They're just delicious. All right, just so you guys don't yell at me, I realize I forgot lemons. And lemons, if I had the option, I would also put in C tier. Lemons are really sour, and I will say I do like lemonade and other things like that, but they are by themselves. Who's eating a lemon by themselves? Let's be honest. Unless it's for a prank or like a challenge or something, I'm not eating a lemon by itself. Let's just be real. So I think if you can't eat it by itself, it's gonna lose points. It's gonna lose points for sure. And for me, that puts it in C, because I would have put it in mid otherwise, just because, I don't know, it's a really sour fruit, I guess. And I'm no sissy.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap, right?
Lemons are just C tier. Probably above pears. But yeah, that's it for me. This wraps up our fruits tier list. Let's see. Let's try and get this video to 20 likes. If we get this video to 20 likes, I will do a part 2 for this. And I don't know, maybe we'll stick to fruits, maybe we'll stick to vegetables. We'll do something in that realm. Also, the reason that I have not been uploading is I've been very busy, and my life has been pretty busy for a little while. And I'm one person, and editing these videos takes time. So bear with me. I know my community's small, but we're mighty. And I will try my best to hopefully figure out a consistent schedule. No promises, but I'm very appreciative of you guys for watching this video nonetheless, because these take a long time to make and they can be challenging at times. But so every support or every click, every view, every like goes a long way into basically allowing me to live out my dream. And I really appreciate that. So thank you all for sticking around and watching. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. Be sure to hit that like button and the subscribe, and make sure to hit that notification bell, because you want to be notified when I drop videos. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed, and we'll see y'all later. Peace out.